Hi folks, Joblot Comics here, having a look at an old Bronze Age forgotten title. This is a DC special. This is issue number 26, and it's a World War I book, so I'm a little late for Remembrance Day, but we have a fantastic Kubert cover here, and these DC specials would do a different sort of genre every time they came out. Sometimes they'd be silly sort of Silver Age sort of guerrilla things or sci-fi issues. So anyway, this is a war one, so we're going to get an awful lot of lovely Kubert stuff here. And it's 1977. I'm not sure if these are reprints or if they've done some new stuff for here. And here's the first one. It's got a terrific 2-page spread a la Jack Kirby. And it's a shame that these war titles are one of the only things that DC Comics seem to have forgotten about in their archives, because they never really do collections of these things. You never really see trade paperbacks coming out, or you very rarely see omnibuses of these kind of war books and stuff. Look at these weirdo things here. I recognise these books. Ooh. What's so special about these? They came with a record. Yep. If you know what a record was, it's a plastic disc that played music. Before you could stream everything on things like Spotify, you had to get a record player. I remember a really famous Spider-Man album that came out. This terrific John Romita cover with Peter Parker looking in this full-length mirror, and in the mirror he was Spider-Man, and it was an album of songs, and it was all about Spider-Man. I remember that. Couldn't get it in the UK. Well, I never got it in the UK, and I always thought, oh, that sounds like. Here's a battle album. I beg your pardon. And more Enemy Ace goodness. This looks like a reprint. Script by Bob Kanigher and Kubert, of course, who was pretty much the artist for all these kind of things. His Sergeant Rock was probably the most well-known of the war titles. So if you're a fan of war comics, then you've got to see if you can grab these things here. They're really cheap. You get them on eBay for a couple of bucks, and if you're a fan of the genre, then this is quite a nice example to pick up. Yeah, I think this one's a wee bit more expensive because it's a wee bit rarer. It probably did a low print run. Warning! And it's a shame that these things don't get an awful lot more attention or love than DC's superhero stuff, but you know, that's what it is. In the UK, we had a small run of digest-sized comics called Commandos. I think they actually still get put out. They were small black and white digest-sized books, a different story, and they're truly underrated. They were just wonderful, and a part of a lot of people in the UK's childhood. Anyway, there's a DC special, Enemy Ace. Hope you enjoyed looking at that. If you did, subscribe. See you in the next one.